Vietnam gives foreign buyers a 50-year leasehold. But what happens at year 50? The law is pretty clear on this. If you don't renew or sell, your property reverts back to state ownership. No compensation, nothing. Most content about Vietnam focuses on how to buy, and almost no one talks about what happens when the lease expires. I've read the housing law, the land law, and Decree 95, and here's what foreign investors need to understand. Foreign ownership in Vietnam only started in July 2015. You get 50 years from the date of ownership certificate, and that's about it. You can apply for renewal one time, so you can get an additional 50 years, maximum 100 years. But here's the part that gets buried. Renewal is not automatic. It's not guaranteed. The Provincial People's Committee review your application and decide whether to approve it or not. The law says you must have complied with the land regulations and your use must have been consistent with the approved land plan. Government discretion only. That's the phase that appears in every legal analysis. If you don't apply for renewal 3 months before expiration, or if your application is denied, the property reverts to state ownership, and that's that. The law doesn't specify compensation, and you lose the residual value. This isn't speculation, it's Article 20 of the housing law. So here's what makes this tricky. No foreign buyer has actually gone through this process yet. The first buyers in 2015 won't even face expiration until the year 2065. So if you bought today, your lease only expires in 50 years from now in 2075. So you're betting on a system that has no track record. Compare this to the rest of Southeast Asia. Thailand lets foreigners own condos freehold, in perpetuity, no expiration. Cambodia, basically the same thing with a strata title. Malaysia offers freehold above certain price thresholds for landed properties and condos, and the Philippines allows freehold condos as well. Vietnam is the only major market where foreigners have no path to permanent ownership. So if you buy in Vietnam, plan your exit before you buy. You can sell to another foreign buyer, but they inherit your remaining lease, not a fresh 50-year lease. As the lease shortens, the value, as you'd expect, drops as well. You can sell it to a Vietnamese citizen and the property converts to a freehold for them, and that's often your best exit strategy. I'm not saying don't invest in Vietnam. I'm personally super bullish on this market, and it has real strengths. The growth trajectory, the rental yields, affordable entry price, but the tenure structure does matter. In Thailand, you buy a condo, it's yours. Your children can inherit it as well. In Vietnam, you're leasing from the state for a fixed period, and the renewal is someone else's decision. That's not a deal breaker, but should be part of your calculus before you wire the money. Save this if you're comparing ownership structures across Southeast Asia, and particularly Vietnam. I'm Alexander Linton. I'm part of Rumavi. We help investors model exit scenarios before they commit to a market. Follow for more on property economics in the region.